Hey everybody, back for another box opening video. This is one of our standards. This I think was supposed to be April, but it's already May, and I'm not going to be getting all of these in through May, so probably just skip on April for this month. I have Misu out here from 100 Yen Life up in Seattle. Our lovely partners from the Pacific Northwest, and thought I would get this one open while I've got them here so we can do a little bit of this together.
High quality Japanese bubble wrap.
That's right. Most of this gets broken down because we get so much of it, but take it out right now and probably save some of this stuff. As usual, from Japan, has this awesome bubble wrap packing. Yeah, so this one is all mostly small items. There's quite a few large items in the shipment, so I'll just start passing things on over for you to open. But I decided to ship all the small stuff in one box to get it out of the way, so that the big stuff, isn't going to be as much of it, hopefully crushing everything else. So there's only 3 or 4 different things in here, just a lot of them. If anybody is watching arcade vendors on Yahoo relatively often, you'll probably have seen a lot of this stuff come up. I've been stockpiling on some of this stuff just because eventually we'll put it to use or it goes with something. So there's a bunch of these. I'm just gonna chuck it up here for now until we've got them all. Probably this box has, actually there's another, in here is just another big box. That's probably a bunch of this other stuff all packed up to keep it safe. That might have all come in one batch as well. This is, I don't remember if this is, actually you can probably tell from
looks like
some of the used foil, you can tell roughly what was printed on it. But it's cardstock for, I believe, Card Maker for this one. So I'm not going to pop it open. It's a bunch of used Card Maker stock that we'll throw into our pile.
We have a Konami IO of some sort.
Yep. So that's the 2DX relay for the most current hardwares. They used to be kind of high demand because anyone doing an aftermarket upgrade would need that. So getting that and getting it with the harness is they're cheap now. I think that was maybe $50 or less. And while I'm getting a ton of cabs, you never know when I'm gonna want one of those, or if someone needs it. So I've been stocking up on those because cabs are getting relatively available now. Okay, so yeah, those. Go ahead if you want to open that up. I'll just show. There's a couple more. I think there's 6 of them. So here's 2 more, and here's 2 more. Later in the video, I've got I think 7 246s coming in. They were 7 for 80,000 yen or something like that. It's pretty cheap. I don't need them all, but I'm going to be working. I actually, the PCB box opening that you saw before this has like I think another 10 of them, or 10 or 12 or something. So these are the I/O boards for them, the JVS to JAMAs. I'm just hanging on to these so that as we test through them, we'll put together sets. We'll probably end up selling quite a few of them because we don't need 20. But
Just a heads up, heatsink fell off, so
oh boy,
be a little bit careful with that one.
Yeah, let's take a look there. Yeah, I'll probably want to get that replaced.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah.
So that one's
disgusting. Yeah,
if it fell off, it probably heated up enough to get the glue to come off. So you probably.
Yeah, well, I mean that thermal paste is still gooey.
Yup. Tasty.
Yeah, so that's a cool thing. Go ahead and open that up, and I'm gonna keep going while we're at it.
Yeah.
So we also got a bunch more of these. These have been in a couple of the previous videos, these Battle Gear 4 keys. So I'm just stocking up on those until such point that they can be used with our cab. We just got back from Level Up, and once again, more comments about how Battle Gear 4 is badass, and how we wish there's more. So there's 2, 3, 4, so there's 4 of them. So this was one more set of Shining Force Cross IC cards. I've been picking up, and I've mentioned it before, I'm just picking up as many as I can someday when we get it running. This is kind of cool. It was a ranking prize, I think, or something for sword art. I don't remember what it cost, so maybe I might look it up later. But it was just a neat little plaque, and since I have the cab in the game center, thought it was pretty cool to pick up. So it's just a lit. I think it's a lit display. Is it? No, I guess it doesn't have a. I think you might be able to backlight it, but it's just a really neat little piece. There's not going to be a lot of those, and set that over here, I guess.
So this was a campaign prize for Sword Art Online. If you graded a bunch through and saying thank you for always playing, which they probably needed to because nobody played that game.
Very true. So these are some communication boards for Naomi. I don't need them right now, but at some point I will whenever I set up some other racers. I think actually we need this for the Chihiro for our... No, Crazy Taxi doesn't need it.
Nope.
Yeah. But no, if we do more virtual odd setups, for example, we'll definitely need it though. So... And let me get this box started here.
Is this the PC for Sword Art Online?
Yes, so that's for the terminal. That's
terminal.
That's a ES4.
Very cute.
And I mentioned before, I'm trying to pick up as many as I can for the future if we ever need to replace Gunbullet X's, because there's nothing else runs on it. And since it's an all-in-one board, if you really want to run it legit, there's not much choice you have. So for that reason, and also because I still have one terminal, I think that's just dead. So
cute. I didn't realize the ES4 was this tiny.
And this.
AIO.
More ink.
Ooh.
And more paper.
That's very important.
Yes, this is very, very important for sure. Pull this out and make sure there's nothing else small items in the box. Yeah, there is. A 5th Battle Gear key.
What? Nope. That's it. Should we toss the bubble back in?
Yeah, might as well. I'm gonna put this over here. Now. So let's take a look at this box, see how much we got. At the end of this video, I may spill the beans and show what our current stockpile of card stock looks like. I almost kind of don't because I know people are gonna.
Besides, you have to give me half
your ass for it. Yeah, I gotta get you taken care of.
You gotta give me half of it.
I was like, I'm not sure which of this. Some of this card stock that's going back. Well, maybe not going back with you, but we'll get it to you.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a bunch more ink cartridges here, and some foil here.
We have to sacrifice much.
And then just
oh, there goes the paper.
There goes the paper. So yeah, these look like card. Yeah, these are card paper.
No, that's EFCO.
Is it?
It's narrow.
No.
Card maker. Sorry.
Yeah, it's card maker. No, EFCO has the back already. No.
Is EFCO
Wait,
the same
no.
size,
If these
though?
are narrow, then these are Card Connect. Yeah.
Hey, sorry, Card Connect. That's what I meant to say. It's not
Okay.
Card Maker. Does EFCO and Card Connect use the same size card?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Kankole Card Maker
Uses
use
the
the
bigger
bigger
one.
cards. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't know. Maybe I'm not so great at recognizing it off the. So let's throw this in there. I'll take care of this later. But
we had to sacrifice much paper and
Yeah.
to the arcade gods.
But fortunately, you're short on EFCO and I'm short on.
I'm short on everything.
No, well, you're short on
Arcade
everything.
God
Yeah,
used everything.
I am definitely not. Here, you know what? Let's just walk over there now. Might as well. I'm not short on Kankole.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more short on Card Maker, but not so much. Anyway, yeah, this is our stockpile right now, going all the way back. But yeah, nope. Like, ask about it if you want. I'm still not really selling or letting any of this go. At some point we will, once we, you know, figure some things out. And there's been some little breakthroughs in what we have for, you know, Concole faker in order, make them a little bit more viable even without. So anyway, when we're back, I've got several more batches that are again April, and then there'll probably be more stuff for May as well. So we've been doing a lot of other interesting box opening videos, so I figured it's, you know, no need to, we can skip out on April. So yeah, I'll be right back. Hey everybody, we're back, and we got pretty much all the boxes in while we were out at level, well, not while, but right after we got back from level up, they were all coming in. So I think we're just going to do this all in one go. This might be the last boxes for this May video, and we're going to start out with this disaster. And I mean, look at this thing. This is how it came in. It smelled wet. I think this one cleared through Hawaii. So, but like, my God, this one is soaked. I'm super concerned. Like, in looking at this, all this extra tape, I don't know if all this extra tape was on it when they shipped it out, but it could have been, because the contents, and also to be fair, the contents of this box are very heavy. Like, try lifting this thing. It's pretty heavy. And I think I even mentioned in the last segment what this is, which I believe is 7 or 8. One of those, I think it's 7. System 246, 256 boards. He was not 8, I don't know. But this is from the parts vendor that's been clearing stuff on Yahoo a lot lately. There has been a lot of, man, it's still a little bit damp. What the? Yeah, see what I mean? This thing got super soaked.
Ew.
But and I'm in the middle of doing that PCB testing video. Maybe I'll test these as well along with it, because I already have at least, I think, 10 to 12 more of these hardwares to test.
So wet.
So I'll probably end up just doing them all at the same time. These were, I think, even after shipping, they were well under, they were like 100 or less per unit.
Really?
Yeah. Which, again, now I'm up to like, just like, but yeah, no, I'm up to like, what, like 20 of these now or something. So, you know, naturally we're gonna do some sales of these after we've tested them all. I'll probably, you know, like change out the dongles and anything that we can, you know, and I don't know. So yeah, obviously, but like, anyway, I just thought it would be great to pick these up, because they were like, it was all in one batch, and it was much cheaper than what you would normally get these on market for. And even if I sit on these for a long time, this kind of hardware is starting to go up in price, so I want to get it now while I can. So yeah, it looks like actually 7, because there's a big empty spot here filled with packed air. Let me see if we can, yeah, it's just packed air. So there's 7 of them in this box. And I mean, for what these are and the way they're packed, I doubt there's anything that could have happened damage-wise to these.
Yeah, I don't see any moisture at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, even if moisture got in there, it wouldn't really be that bad. So it's anyway, this is 7. I don't know if they actually have dongles inside there. It looks like they probably do. I don't remember ever really seeing these dongle covers on them before. I'm gonna pull this up here and take a look at. So they've got this cover over there, but anyway, this is just stocking up. I'm probably gonna end up with you know, tons more in the future, but the more I have, the, you know, it gives me. And I think I mentioned once before, like, a lot of this is giving ourselves work for the future. So if we just stopped importing or stopped doing shows, there's still a lot of things we can do to keep making money, essentially, and keep working. And you know, it's like at some point I do have to figure out consolidating into a single warehouse, have a lease that you know, I know I'm not gonna burn out on, or, you know, actually just buy a warehouse so we don't have to worry about it so much. Because, you know, you never know when everything's just gonna end and there's just not gonna be any more business. So, okay, so there's 5 more boxes. This was another batch separate from this one, and these are all, almost all, very large parts. So before you take any of this out, I'm gonna actually walk this over this way so you can see how everything's packed, and we'll start pulling out items.
All right.
This
I'll hold
way.
it.
Yeah. Gotta get around here. So there's a poster. As usual, I'll probably come back towards the end and open all the posters separately. So this is actually probably the most important part out of the whole thing. This is a Sound Voltex header unit. We've had multiple cabs. I don't know if I've actually mentioned in the videos. We've had multiple cabs with missing headers, and we've used up all our spares. I even gave one of my spares to someone before I realized that we would need them all, which sucks because, you know, the whole point of me buying and importing these separately was to have them if we need them. And, you know, so just again, I keep saying this in a lot of these videos, but a lot of these parts we buy, they are not here so that we can sell them to you. And that includes like Sega All motherboards. They're not here for us to sell, because if we do, we don't have them when we need them, and it defeats the entire point of buying them in the first place. So I am gonna go ahead and pop this open the rest of the way, just because it's gonna immediately go onto a cab maybe tomorrow. I might honestly, I think I might try to take another day home tomorrow and go to the warehouse on Tuesday. I did reach out to our trucker to see if he has our container yet, and I haven't gotten word back, but you know, as long as we're not getting a container tomorrow or anything like that, I'm in no hurry to go and finish cleaning up, you know. So I'm opening this all the way. I know we've shown these before, but you know, I do want to see what's bouncing around broken in it. It looks like a piece of the plexi came off there. Actually, the part with the Konami logo, but that's fine. I actually have a spare for that. I don't remember if it's more or less damaged, but anyway. There we go. So that's the last one that I need to get. Oh, there's the back piece, yeah. So that's the last one that I need to get our sail cabs done. We still need one more because we took one off of our show cab. One of our show cabs. Actually both, and then we replaced one at some point in order to fulfill orders. And you know, that's again what I mean when we buy these parts. We buy them because we are going to need them someday. Just because we don't use it for a year does not mean it's open game. This was nothing terribly significant, but it was some arts from Initial D that I can put out. Initial D, and I think there's some border break ones in here too. These are the Initial D, like little floppy things that go on the cab. There's 3 of them. That's 2. I think, I don't remember if the 3rd one's different. I might as well, you know what? You know, this is probably going to be a long-ish video anyway. Let's actually just look at everything all the way. Thank you for helping me with it. I think this go a lot better, you know. So yeah, we got the 1v1, the 4-player one, and the street, was it story mode? That's the same on both sides. Yeah, they're the same on both sides. So there's 3 of those. Let's go there. I think this is from Reflectbeat. It goes in the circle portion. I don't remember exactly, but
it was cool and really, really cheap. So I just picked this up and I'll put it on display somewhere in the game center. And the last thing I think was the Handle Champ flyer brochure, which is just cool. Oh, there's a couple. Yeah, so there's a Handle Champ brochure, and then some Shining Force Cross clear files, or no? This is This one was the instruction booklet, or whatever player guide booklet thing, which is pretty cool. And I really hope at some point we can get this game up and running, because again, there's maybe 2 or 3 people in the world that are ever going to have this, and it would be really neat to do a video on that.
When you say Shining Force, like the Sega Genesis?
Yeah, the last Shining Force games were for arcade. They never got any port, and
console?
they are
That's
a
nice.
dead lost game right now.
Aww, I had some childhood memories of that game.
A lot of people did. DJ was one of those too, I think. Oh no, it was him. I think it was it Fantasy? No, yeah, it was Shining Force. Yeah, Shining Force and Fantasy Cross or Fantasy Star, those games. Yeah, I think the only other latest games for Shining Force were like mobile games. Okay, so here we've got, and I might leave these relatively wrapped up. There's a bunch of Initial D parts that we picked up, some big stuff. This is a shifter for Initial D the arcade as a spare. Obvious reasons why we bought that, because it's good to have. You never know. This is the pedals, I think. And I might pass this on to you to try to put back into the box, and we'll load it up in the car later. But yeah, this is, oh no, this is not. This is there's 2 of these. These are for, what's this one? Let's Go Island, I think. Is this the Let's Go Island one, I think?
I want to say
No, I think this is the joystick assembly for AKB48. I think there's an AKB48 one and a Let's Go Island or Let's Go Jungle. 2 of them each. These are just really hard to come by. So, and then they're really expensive if you ever find them. So I got what I could. I think one of the other boxes probably has more of it. This is the button panel for Initial D. So that's just the part with the IMEI reader, the buttons there. A lot of times these things get picked out and the buttons get ripped out. We have replacements for them, and you can actually get them from US vendors too. But I have spares of those coming. There's just another one back there. So it's got the IMEI reader there, the hookups, that panel should it break. Those are long-term, pack away parts. There's the pedals. So, and actually looking at all these, as heavy as everything is, and as much packing, the reason I wanted this to be shown is like you can see like all this stuff stayed together.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to have been damaged or anything, especially
other than that header.
Well, I mean, yeah, yeah, you're right. I guess that's kind of expected. But like this isn't cracked or broken. The plastic parts on this seem to be okay. So, honestly, probably more likely to break it throwing all this stuff back in than anything. So, okay, let's move this over. That's one of the 5 for that batch.
Oh, that's one
I know, we're gonna open it at the end, like I said.
At the very end? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they didn't open the box. I'm a goober.
Okay, so let's try to move some things around. Actually, try and get this stuff that's a little bit farther over. So this was, I mentioned the last normal box opening video that, I needed to give the Initial D tapestries to a couple people, and I ended up with one extra. So there's the one extra, and this was a set of, and actually, as of this, there's a bunch of these sets on Yahoo Japan right now. The Bomani Pro League towel, we've got the Leisureland one there. I might open this a little bit later, I don't know. But, I think we missed these earlier. Okay, I guess let's dig into this guy. This one's very heavy. Mirror flat. Yeah, that's right. Thankfully, they haven't invented smell-o-vision yet. This video would get demonetized immediately. Okay, yeah, so this looks like it's just 2 pieces, and this is the Let's Go Jungle guns. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna relatively just leave this in there, but I think maybe we can get one out to get a quick look. They both seem actually very intact. I mean, that looks like it was there already. It was up against this, but yeah, pretty solid. And actually, a while ago, a friend of mine was looking for something like this to work for like a project for a custom game they were doing, and I had been looking. When these came up, like, I have no use for these right now, but trust me, someday someone will. They're gonna wish that they had this. So, looks like a screw a little bit loose in there. Anyway, let's go ahead, repack this how it was if we can. I'm probably actually going to tape this up and label it later. So just when we get to it, remember we need to do that after this. Ugh. All right, try to get that big far one.
Boxes.
I'm saving the obvious standees for last too. This one's a lot lighter. Here, we can just leave it there. So I'm betting this one has the Time Crisis 4 parts. I bought some touch rings and guns, including the holster and everything. Like, it's big and unreasonably expensive. This batch of 5 was around $1,000 to ship. I don't know that I'll ever make my return on that, or whether it'll be worth it or not, but like, hey, they're good parts. So I decided to go for it. I'm willing to bet this one has the touch, or not, the sensors, the gun sensors in it. Ooh, yeah. Oh no, this is the other table too. Yeah, we got another Show Chabadai table in case ours super fast up. Oh, Lord. And then under that, yeah, this is the touch for the, you got some arts in the bottom there, but these are the, not touch, I keep saying touch. The IR sensor for Time Crisis 4. It's the one with the 4 sensors, top and bottom. I'm not going to unwrap this because that'd be a pain in the ass. We can leave this out of the box. That box is so inefficient for storage that, you know. Okay. Artworks. Voltex art for quite a few cabs that, you know, are going to not have them. We have not gotten our Sound Voltex container yet, so we don't know how much of that stuff we're going to need. That's just a small Came on a Friends 3 pop. We can't get cabs, so kind of get some of the parts. It's just cute. I'll put it up somewhere for decoration. This is for the Orica battle. I do not have the big pop. Wait, is this? This isn't the metal one, is it? No, it isn't. Anyway, I don't have this pop for Orca Battle, so I picked up that. Open the loft. Anything else in there? That was it?
That was it.
Damn. Alright. 2 boxes then. You want to help me try and... You can leave that out. Let's lift this up. If you can help me with this, please.
Of course, please.
And just chuck it on there for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's get this sucker. Oh.
2 more.
So these are probably going to be the guns. I don't know what else was in this. I mentioned in the first part of this, we tried to pack all the small items into the first batch of boxes because I didn't want them getting mixed up or crushed or missed or anything like that. We have missed things. I've almost thrown things out if I hadn't checked through the list and made sure in the past. So is this one triple boxed or no double boxed? Okay. So we'll see what's in here and whether we want to leave it in this box for later. Yep. So this is just, well, it's that and one more. Here's the other. This is just the other AKB-48 gun or joystick or whatever, and then 2 of these. And actually, wow, these are a lot lighter and smaller than I thought they were. So this is actually not so bad. This is so it's for those white Time Crisis 4 cabs, the ones with the CRTs, and it's just the entire part that the gun attaches to, along with the gun. I'm not going to open that. I will leave these in this box. I can probably repack other stuff in here. Those are the only 3 things in here. This is pretty efficient too. So. And then we'll get number 5, which has at least one standee I'm pretty excited about. I don't really have a place for it right now, but... And also, I mean, as you can see from this, and it was relatively expensive even for domestic shipping on this. When I say it was about a little around, you know, like $1,100 a ship, they, from Japan, when they do your shipment charge, they're also doing the domestic shipment charge because, you know, as soon as you buy the auction, you're getting, you're paying for, you know, the cost of the auction, not the shipping portion, because you pay that immediately. So the domestic shipping is lumped in. And they actually emailed me about this, 2 of the standees, here, because they were saying the domestic shipping charge was up to like $80 or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's for something rare like that. And, I think if it didn't end for too much comparatively, so I'm not going to complain. But like before, and I've seen this, we've seen this before in previous videos where they just don't fold down the standee. Even though they do fold down, you end up having to do this stuff for it. So let's go. 2 standees. It looks like a poster box over there. Or is that filler? I think it's a poster box. Go ahead and check that with the other one. So there's at least 2 standees in that box. Let's check the rest of it before we open this stuff up. And I don't think there's anything else. I'm not going to reuse this box. Go ahead, close this up. Someday I might regret throwing all this stuff out if I'm liquidating things, but for now, it does no good to be sitting on all that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so here they are. If I remember right, it's Wonderland Wars and Pokken Tournament. I remembered wrong. I think I didn't get the Wonderland Wars one. I was bidding on a fake Grand Order one too, because I don't think I have it yet, and I didn't get that. But the next opening video will have we got the Tekken one. So normally QMA standees go for a lot of money, and I mean, yeah, like look at this. You can literally fold it down from the fold points. There's nothing preventing us from doing that, and they still shipped it like that. Anyway, here, go ahead and hold that. I'm gonna try. Since I'm actually gonna grab this. Let's go take a look. So there's the QMA one. And I'm bidding on another one right now. Like, they normally get listed for ridiculous prices, and this seller, and they're listing a lot of stuff. Hopefully the next opening will be pretty interesting if I can get some of it. They're listing tons of rare standees and posters and arts and stuff that normally never hit the market. I'm trying to get as much as I can now because, you know, they just don't come up. I can't afford. I think I mentioned before, we're gonna probably try to downsize a little bit in terms of how much we buy, but you know, some things you got to get it while you can. So there's the Pokken one. And there's that. I guess you want to get these posters done then, since it's the last thing, and call it with that, I guess. It's a disaster to go through. And actually, honestly, I've been pushing to get this done because I'm in a period of my life, well, just the next 2 months or so, we're going to be breaking down a lot of things, focusing on ourselves, cleaning up, and improving processes with the business, and try and take it a little bit easier. We've burned out really hard, all of us, not just me. But like over the period of 6 years, it just keeps catching up, and we keep not doing self-care. So yeah. When you're ready, go ahead and grab. Oh yeah, it's this. So this is the Shining Force Cross B2 poster. So I'm gonna get that framed right away. I think I have the B1. I don't remember for sure, but you know, again, like I mentioned earlier with these, I'm trying to collect tons of this stuff while I can, because you're never going to be able to otherwise. This is Kuroi Pinku. Whatever Kuroi Pinku is. Is this another? Is it Proforma? Oh, this has something. My. Ooh, there's tape on the poster.
Oh no.
Be careful trying to get this off without tearing it. This poster is not so bad. I can already see there's like staple holes and stuff like that, so I'm not super worried. But
Tape on this.
if I picked this up, it must have been one of the older ones, a little harder to find. I got it. Here.
Okay, there you go.
You don't want to pull it from that side because it'll tear when it gets to this side.
Oh.
But it must be one of the older ones if I had put attention to it, because the newer posters I've been not really getting into. I mainly want to, if I'm going to spend the money, I need to pick up the ones that I can't get normally. My pink. Okay. Grab the other end too, just so it doesn't. Hopefully that all gets in there because I'm not doing this again.
Yeah.
Anyway, good looking one. Yeah, careful. Good looking one and a classic. I think I'm out of space over in the My section, and especially with some of the other things that we're bidding on. I don't know that I'll have space to put this up, but I like this one. This one's nice. You know, honestly, who even knows? There's still always that talk bouncing around in my head about downsizing the game center by half, and you know, just making it stuff for me and moving everything else, the personal collection, into a bigger space when we can. But anyway, I think that's everything. As usual, I will return after this if we think of anything else that was missed, or if I really feel like opening something else. Oh, you know what? Here, open up this. Let's show off these towels.
Ooh, towel. Okay.
I don't know if we'll unwrap the towels entirely, but so you can see what the middle one is. But yeah, like I said, if we think of anything else, I'll make an addendum to this video. Otherwise, we'll leave it here. So we've got a Leisureland towel, Lumani Pro League season, flipped over, season, I don't know, and another PPL. I think it's, I think they're both probably the same season. Anyway, like I said, there's tons, there's like 6 or 7 sets of this on Yahoo right now. Yeah. So anyway, just cool. I'll put them up somewhere. Or I might actually leave a section like a little bin that has community towels you can use when you come in if you don't have a towel. You know, I'll wash them regularly, of course, but yeah, I think that's it for this opening video. We've been doing, like I said, we've been doing a lot, enough to the point where I decided not to do an April video, and I don't want to make these drag on too long. So anyway, unless I think of anything else, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. It's always a pleasure to do these with people, and we hope to see your face in the next video.